Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano offered to resign from his post Wednesday, September 30.
Congressman Velasco told the President that he is ready. Then I think the best time for him to prove it is now. So I am offering my resignation here and now to you, my dear colleagues. My fate and the fate of the 2021 budget and the fate of the leadership of the House is in your hands.
Cayetano, during a privileged speech, bears his version of what happened during the meeting with President Rodrigo Duterte and Marinduque Representative Lord Alan Velasco. After his speech, his ally and Nakalusugan Representative Mike Defensor says he cannot accept the Speaker's resignation. The House then resorts to nominal voting on the rejection of Cayetano's resignation offer. 184 lawmakers voted yes to the rejection. The resignation offer comes a day after Duterte told his former running mate Cayetano to honor the gentleman's agreement and allow Velasco to take over. After the House rejected the resignation, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque says the president called him to say let's stay out of that. He says the palace will no longer comment, adding that's a purely internal affair of the House of Representatives. With a 12-0 vote, the Supreme Court on Tuesday, September 29, compels the Commission on Elections to weigh in on the contested votes in 3 Mindanao provinces for the 2016 vice presidential race. It's the latest development in a high-stakes electoral protest 2 years before the winner, Leni Robredo, ends her term. Former Senator Bongbong Marcos wants to nullify votes in Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao, and Basilan, citing massive cheating. But to do that, he must first establish that there was fraud. During the 2016 elections, Robredo garnered more than 470,000 votes in these provinces against Marcos' 169,000 votes. If these were nullified, Robredo's lead in the national count would be wiped. Comelec has 20 working days to submit to the tribunal its comments on the third cause of action of former Senator Marcos. Meantime, the Senate Committee on Finance swiftly approves the proposed 2021 budget of the Office of the Vice President or OVP. Senators say they support Robredo's request to restore some 44 million pesos to her office's proposed budget for 2021. The OVP originally requested a budget of 723 million pesos for 2021, but the Department of Budget and Management only approved 679 million pesos. On September 6, the Commission on Audit or COA gave Robredo's office its highest audit rating for 2 consecutive years. Philippine top intelligence official Alex Monteagudo regularly shares false and fake information on his Facebook page. The House of Representatives raises concerns about ethics and standards of intelligence gathering in the country during the budget hearing of the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency or NICA Tuesday, September 29. Kabataan Representative Sara Ilago grills Muntinlupa Representative Rufy Biazon, who sponsored the budget bill for the NICA. Ilago says Monteagudo is sharing photos that spread false information on his Facebook page, which he admits is his. Monteagudo defends himself by saying the posts were for NICA officials and operatives' consumption, but the posts are visible to the public. Most of the posts involve tagging lawmakers of the Makabayan bloc as communist terrorists. Bayan Secretary General Renato Reyes is also tagged as a communist terrorist provocateur. Ilago asks if Monteagudo knew the operators behind the Facebook pages he shared the false information from. Monteagudo, through Biazon, says he did not. Biazon then says if Monteagudo committed any violations, he should be made accountable. Ilago ends, they will file a case against the intelligence chief through the National Bureau of Investigation. U.S. President Donald Trump and Democratic rival Joe Biden hurl insults at each other during a messy 90-minute presidential debate on Tuesday, September 29. The former vice president calls Trump a clown, a liar, and the worst president America has ever had. Trump fires back at Biden, saying the Democratic hopeful graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in his class. He also berates Biden for criticizing his coronavirus response and tells him to get a lot smarter to lessen more deaths. The chaotic debate pushes moderator Chris Wallace to raise his voice at Trump to remind him of the debate rules as he keeps on interrupting his opponent.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
Who's on your list?
Right.
Gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
I'm not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
Wallace grills Trump about his tax issue following a controversial report from the New York Times on September 27. Trump initially deflects but eventually claims he had paid millions of dollars. Biden, who released his own 2019 tax return indicating he paid nearly $300,000, challenges Trump to show his tax returns. Trump says the public will get to see it, but without saying when. Biden questions Trump's family and ethics, with Ivanka Trump sitting as a senior advisor to her father, and her husband, Jared Kushner, as a high-profile White House aide. In return, Trump drags Biden's son Hunter and alleges that he had been dishonorably discharged from the military for drug use. Meantime, when asked about race tensions that issued America in recent months, Trump says he's willing to condemn white supremacists. There is no assurance of a peaceful transfer of power from Trump should he lose on November 3, but Biden pledges to respect the results after all the ballots are counted. United States President Donald Trump, during the presidential debate on Wednesday, September 30, claims he wears masks when needed. This is false. Trump only began wearing masks to prevent the spread of COVID-19 on July 11. He did not wear a mask at the Republican National Convention event on August 27. The Washington Post and Fox News reported many of the attendees of the event did not wear masks and were seated close to each other. Videos also showed the president did not wear a mask. The same happened at Trump's campaign rallies in North Carolina, Nevada, and Oklahoma. Trump did not wear face masks at public events, even after the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in April encouraged Americans to wear masks in situations where social distancing was not possible.